Hello everyone. Hello dear timekeeper. Hello dear opposition team. Hello dear proposition team. And hello dear crowd. We can start our debate. I'm Shimon and I'm today the marshal on this debate. Today's topic is social media does more harm than good for society. Okay, about the time will be speak my timekeeper. Now I will present you the rules of our debate. So first of all, you can use advocem one time and you have 1 minute for a speech. Second, all teams have one question for a round. Third, I don't want hear any swearing. I don't want to see violence. 5, I don't want hear any discussion with Marshall. Public can ask the question only one time for the round and after all speeches. You can't attack personally your opponents. Public can support opposition team or proposition team after all speeches. All sentence over the time, this is the most important rule. Remember that. All sentence over the time will be punished. When you break any rules, you will be punished by minus points. Today's debate will be started by opposition team. And now my timekeeper will show you how much do you have for your speeches. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, dear Marshall, the proposition team, the opposition team, and the most important, the audience. My name is Karina, I am the timekeeper, and I will present the rules related to time. So to begin with, the time allowed to each speaker is Speaker 1, 2 minutes, Speaker 2, 3 minutes, Speaker 3, 3.5 minutes, Speaker 4, 2 minutes. Then the time signals to let you know how much time you have left are 1 minute. Half of the time has passed. Take notes. You have 15 seconds left. Take notes. Time is up. If you run out of time and you will be still speaking, you will be punished by minus 1 point. About advocem, you can use it only one time per team. You will have 1 minute to prove your point. Also, if you will receive a question, you have just 1 minute to respond. Thank you.
So, any questions? Thank you so much. We can start now. Ola, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Dear Marshall, dear timekeeper, dear proposition, and dear audience. My name is Ola, and I'm the first speaker of the opposition. Firstly, let me introduce to you our team. So, we have Kuba, we have Mikołaj, and last but not least, Zoya. And we, as the opposition, stand firmly against the motion that social media does more harm than good for society. On the contrary, we believe that social media is a powerful tool that has transformed the world for the better, connecting people, amplifying voices, and creating opportunities like never before. Imagine a world without social media, a world where businesses struggle to reach customers, activists lack a platform to demand changes, and families separated by distances have no easy way to stay connected. Throughout this debate, our team will prove that social media is not the enemy, it is a tool. And like any other tool, its impact depends on how we use it. For example, a knife can be used to harm or just to prepare food. Should we then ban knives? Or would we ban cars because with them people cause accidents? Blaming the tool instead of how it's used is misguided. That's why we urge you to see the bigger picture. Social media is a force for good. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any questions? So we can move on. Cesar.
Hello, esteemed Marshal and timekeeper, honorable opponents, and respected audience. I am Cesar and I'm the first speaker of my team of proposition. The second speaker is Lydia, the third one is Sebi, and the fourth one is Andre. Me and my team support the thesis. Social media does more harm than good for society. Even if social media has some good effects for society, the negative effects are by far exceeding them. While social media was once held as a revolutionary tool for connection, information, and progress, it has increasingly revealed its darker side. Today, we see its role in worsening mental health, spreading misinformation, and deepening social divisions. At the end of this debate, one truth will be clear. Social media, in its current state, is not a solution it once promised to be, but rather a growing problem that we must confront. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Cesar. Any questions? We can move on. Kuba.
Okay, dear Marshall, dear timekeeper, dear proposition team, dear audience, I'm gonna focus mostly on gaining popularity on social media and helping charity. So I start with the fact that thanks to social media, you can gain popularity, having a lot of followers. You can be able to make money and gain cooperation. With cooperation, you can make even more money. You also can create your own community that will follow your moves and be faithful to your business. To gain popularity, you can use your hobbies such as gym, chess, history, etc. You are also able to develop your knowledge to make more and more interesting content. Social media also help with the charity collections. Thanks to the media, you can publicize them, making more people donate to the charity and allow it to be closed faster. That's all.
Thank you so much. Any questions? No? We can move on. Lydia.
So, hello everyone, respected Marshall and timekeeper, dear opposition team, and of course, honorable audience. I am Lydia and I am part of the proposition team. So, first of all, I guess you all know the negative effects of social media and how they put their print on our day-to-day life. When social media was first introduced and developed, it was an innovative concept that made people curious and making them wanting to share their lives. But in time, there was kind of a transition that happened. Social media became easily addictive from the people who share content to the one who consume it. The platforms are designed to be addictive using algorithms that trigger dopamine release in the brain. Features like infinite scrolling, notification, and likes keep user hooked, making it difficult for them to stop using it. Be honest and tell me, can you really go a full day without using your phone, like without watching something when you eat, or scroll on different apps when you just feel bored? There are people that I personally know that completely forget how to act when they are away from their phones. People are so used to being behind the screen that they almost lost their whole social skills. This can lead to lack of communication, anxiety, and insecurities that later in life will have serious effects. Social media addiction leads to procrastination and decreased focus at work or school. Studies show that excessive social media use lowers attention span and reduces cognitive function, making it harder to concentrate on real-life tasks. Teenagers are the most vulnerable ones when it comes to social media addictions because they are easy to convince and manipulate. This can lead to behavior issues, trying to be somebody else by building a whole other personality just to pretend to have a perfect life. Thank you.
Lydia, we have any questions? No? So we can move on to speaker number 3. Thank you.
Okay. Hello everybody. Hello dear Russia, dear team maker, dear agency. Hello team opposition. Okay. Social media has many positive aspects that affects our social interactions. Platforms such as Facebook, Messenger, Instagram allow people to stay in touch with family and friends, especially those who are located in remote places. For example, during the COVID-19, social media was often the only place of connection for many people, which helped them contrast physical security. Not only did it maintain family and friendship and relationship, but it was also an essential tool at work and at school. Media is also a platform for sharing information and learning, offering access to a variety of educational content and perspective which supports personal and professional development. An important aspect is building a community. People can find groups with similar interests, which give a sense of belonging and support. And we cannot also forget about the entertainment value, which helps reduce stress and provides a variety of content tailored to our interests. Thank you.
I have a question.
I have a question for Nikolai. Accepted. If social media truly enhances creativity, why do studies consistently show rise in loneliness, depression, and anxiety in heavy users? How can a platform that fosters addictivity and superficial interactions genuinely strengthen the real relationships?
You accept the question or refuse?
Thank you for this question, but I don't want to answer it.
Thank you so much. Any questions? Okay, so
Hello, dear Marshal, dear timekeeper, hello, dear opposition team, and hello, dear public. I am Sebi, and I'm the third speaker from the opposition team to the thesis that social media does more harm than good to our society. Well, use social media. Even if you don't have a high income, you most probably have a phone, so you have a direct connection to social media and a way to access it. There are a lot of apps that you can use to access social media, like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and most importantly, and what seems to be growing increasingly now, TikTok. People, wherever they go, either in vacation or in everyday life, they seem to be more interested in taking photos or videos to post them on social media to show the other people that follow them how they are doing. And that can lead to two options for people that don't really adjust to this system. Either you are excluded for not doing so, or you follow the crowd and you are being stripped away from your privacy. Always using social media and seeing how good other people have it creates a competition that encourages other people to post stories that show only the bright side of their life while they are struggling with real problems, and that can lead to identity crisis. At least one time, I believe that every one of you saw an expensive car or a thing that you desire to have but couldn't afford it being posted on someone else's social media. And you may have asked yourself, why does he can have it or she can have it and I can't? Without knowing the difference between you two and what they had to do to get to that point where they can have it, because social media doesn't show the whole picture. It only shows the bright side and encourage people to develop and be for other people. Social media is full of influencers that only show the perfect side of their life, and they create and they set very high standards that are basically impossible to reach by normal people. An example of this are the gym influencers. A very important problem in our today's day and age for the young boys is that there are a lot of gym influencers that are posting themselves, flexing in the mirror, showing their perfect body, but these people are experienced gym goers that made a lot of progress over lots of years, and it took very hard work to get to that point, but they only show the last result. So 15-year-old boys are going to the gym and destroying their bodies, trying to get to that point that they show only after a lot of years, and they try to reciprocate the results of their favorite influencers that are probably like 30-40-year-old men that take steroids. And for those 15-year-old boys or 16-year-old boys or the young men in our generation, that creates a disease that's called body dysmorphia, where you look in the mirror and even if you have a good body in your mind, you think that you don't. And it can lead to themselves thinking that they are not good enough. And that can lead them to a state of depression. Thank you.
We have a question.
Yes, I have a questions for speaker number 3. You said that people are hiding bad things they really love and they're showing only the good sides in the social media. And don't you think they do it only in social media? It's fault that they don't want to show it in social media. They do it also in real life. And isn't it just the people's nature and not the social media effect?
Okay, you accept the
Yes,
question?
that is a good question.
You have 30 seconds.
It is true that is human nature, to hide away the bad side and only show the bright side to the other people. But that is like local, like, look, in Romania we have basically the same standards, like in Galați we all have approximately the same housing income and afford the same things, but with social media we take into international level. Like someone in America or the Netherlands, they have very different incomes and taxes, and it shows the difference of what they have and what we don't.
Okay, we have a question.
I have a question to the speaker number 3. Do you really think that dragging a boy out from the house, he is playing games, he sees online influencer, gym influencer, doing some exercises, his body can be fake, but the boy saw the cool Instagram, he went to the gym, he started exercising. Do you think it's a bad influence?
I got the question.
Yeah, good. Another 30 seconds.
When you put it like that, no, it's not really a bad influence, but social media, as I see every day, also on my front page, it takes things really far. Like you see it over and over and over again. And people are getting to like more and get more likes to the bodies of professional bodybuilders, while they don't really get any attention and they think that their bodies are not very good. Yes, it is a good thing, but it is taken too far by social media. And that's why I think it's a bad thing, rather than a good one.
Thank you so much. Maybe another round. No, we can move on to speaker number 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, my speaker of my team has proven that in the fact social media doesn't make more harms than good to social. Social media become an integral part of modern life, offering a range of benefits that impact various aspects of personal and social life. Inclusion, if social media used responsibly, can be an incredibly valuable tool that's helped in the communication, education, work, entertainment, and building a better world. The key is skillful use, their potential for maximal benefit and avoid treat.
Any questions? Frank?
I have a question for speaker speaker number 3 from this team. I don't know
Okay,
if I'm able to ask
okay.
her now. Yeah, and I would really like you to be honest with me on this one. I have only like one simple question. Do you have and use TikTok?
Accept the question or refuse?
I do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all I wanted to know.
Okay. We can move on to speaker number 4.
Hello, dear timekeeper, dear master, opposition, and dear audience. There are transfer information in the social media can bring much people. A good example of that is that Romania elections from 2024, when a far-right candidate won the majority of the votes with the help of manipulations and brainwashing on social media platforms. In conclusion, social media affects the mind of the young, impressionable mind that isn't fully developed and can have serious repercussions on your self-esteem for a long period of time. Additionally, it's a drug that creates unrealistic expectations for us that creates serious problems that have been mentioned by Speaker 3. Therefore, we hope that we convince you that social media is more better and good for society. Thank you.
This was the last speaker. Any questions? Maciek?
Yeah, I have the question for speaker number 3 from the proposition again. You said that you have and use TikTok. Could you please show us your daily screen time on TikTok?
You accept the question or refuse?
I do refuse the question. I'm sorry.
Thank you so much. Any questions? Anthony?
I have the question to the whole opposition team. What do you think about statements social media kills romance?
You have 30 seconds.
So I think the perfect image of romance, of love, is been changing, and now even though some people think that social media kills romance, it doesn't mean that everyone thinks that, because some people still do find love. It's obvious, and by social media you can find it too. We have so many different dating apps, and I think that can be the one source.
Thank you so much. Any questions? Yeah, Patricia?
To the whole proposition team. So you said that earlier. I don't remember what speaker. Social media kills social skills, but isn't one of the main purposes of social media to chat, to conversate with everyone just on the internet? Doesn't that like improve them instead?
You accept the question or refuse?
Yes, I do accept the question.
30 seconds.
I spoke about losing the face-to-face social skills because it's more easier for a lot of people to express themselves through text or phone, because it's easier to lie, it's easier to make a better impression, and you can talk, you can think about what you're saying before sending the text. You know what I mean? Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Any questions? Okay.
So I have a question for the whole team. You said that children, young people in general, under let's say under 18, because we describe as children, they are like, I would say, believing in everything that they find, so they see something on the internet. And don't you think that the fact that they are doing things in the same way, so they are, for example, over-exercising, is the fault of social media, or it's the fault of maybe parents or relatives that don't control what their kids are doing?
Thank you for this question. You accept the question or refuse?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to restrict social media, because nowadays it's such like you face it everywhere you go. Like you can, everybody heard about social media. You face it every day. It's hard to keep track or on everything someone is doing on their phone, or what they are seeing intentionally or not. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We have a question.
Yeah, I have a question for the whole opposition team. What do you guys think about darknet and people there having a way, thanks to the internet, to sell illegal videos, for example, and prepare for robberies or some other criminal activities. Thank you.
You accept the question or refuse?
I think dark web or illegal websites are not social media thing, but like different like shops in internet, like Amazon.
Thank you. Any questions?
I have a question for the whole opposition team. If social media was truly a force for good, why do the creators of Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter limit their own children to the use of these platforms? If the architectures of these systems recognize the dangers, why should we believe they benefit society more than they harm?
Thank you for this question. You accept the question or refuse?
I think that's their individual decision, and as I said before, it's not about social media overall, but it's about how we use it. And if we will be careful, nothing bad will happen to us.
Thank you very much. We have a question. Frank?
Yeah, I have a question for the whole opposition team. The speaker number 3 from the proposition said about the most popular websites and the owners of these websites not letting their kids use them. What do you think also about the constant lack of freedom of speech on said websites? Sometimes it is banned to say some things because some people think that is bad.
This is question for opposition?
Yeah, for the whole opposition team.
Whole opposition. Do you accept the question or refuse?
I think in some situation, no. I think that some things we can't say is like Facebook are good because care something that he's gonna go to suicide or some racist things are not good, are so that everyone sees this.
Okay, thank you so much. We have a question. Pavel?
Dear Marshall, if you will accept it, I have an open question to two teams. May I ask it?
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, internet situation of the world right now is so tense. There is a conflict in Ukraine, there is a conflict in Gaza. And what we face as a society is mass of fake news, mass of propaganda, which can lead to misunderstanding the actual situation. But on the other hand, social media also allows to see what is happening there. People living in the territories, the war territories, can share the videos and the photos of particular situations. What do you think about that?
Thank you for this question. So, who won't answer first? Okay, so proposition. You can first.
Yes, I can.
You have to
Answer
listen.
the question. I am supporting the provision for my thesis. Social media does not harm the good because it is bad, but it doesn't have to be. It is bad because there are a lot of fake news, but it doesn't have to be because if maybe we could control it better, we would stop the fake news and choose some very restricted programs that only show the truth, only the truth and nothing lying about other people and controlling, showing the content to competent people and not to children. So yes, it is bad, but it doesn't have to be.
Thank you so much.
Also, I consider fake news things is not like social media failure because in the past we have propaganda and fake news on TV and even before in the newspapers. So I think it's just a human thing, not the fault of social media.
Thank you so much. Any questions?
So, a question for the opposition team. So, you said before that social media can help, like, bring money to charities or just raise money for some things. So, don't you think that argument kills itself, kinda, because that also means the money can go to, like, not to charities, but for the person lying about the charities, like the money can easily get lost, and yeah, that's.
Thank you so much for this question. You accept or refuse?
I think that can happen, but it's important to choose to support verified charity. The charities that want money that are verified. So you need to check the source of this and make sure it's not for a person but the whole charity. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And we have a question.
Yeah, my question is for the opposition team. You keep saying that social media can be used as a tool to do some good in this world. But how can people do that when the platforms themselves post videos about online harassment, cancel culture, and stereotypes, and everything that's bad?
Thank you for this question. You accept or refuse? Thank you so much. We have a question from Maciek.
I also have a question to both teams. Marshall, if it would be okay, I want to hear two answers. I have to ask about censorship in the internet. How censorship affects people? Thank you.
Teams accept or refuse? Accept or refuse?
I think we could talk about children before. So the censorship of some things like adult stuff or violence is good to the children don't see this, or people who have like more grown emotional state.
Thank you so much. Accept or refuse?
We do accept the question.
Okay. 30 seconds.
Yes, I agree with Kuba. Censorship is a good thing in some ways, in some positions. But even if it's bad, even if it's hard to accept it, there will always be a hole in the wall. There will always be some way that the censorship is going to fall, that the content is going to end up to people that they shouldn't, like children, like sensitive content for the children, and as I said in my argument before, stripping away their innocence. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We have a question for Panek.
Yeah, I have a question for the proposition team. You said earlier that internet causes people to argue. You based most of your speeches about that, which is true. But we do have campaigns being held across all of the world to stop cyber violence and cyberbullying. So don't you think that the bonding in the internet is more important than the consequences, which are closer to extinction every day thanks to human work?
You want to answer the question?
Yeah,
Again?
Okay, only the last part?
the whole thing, please.
So, you said that internet causes people to argue, which is true. But we do have campaigns being held across all of the world to stop cyber violence and cyberbullying. Don't you think that bonding in the internet is more important than the consequences, which are closer to extinction every day thanks to the human work that they put in every day?
Thank you so much. You accept or refuse?
Yes, I will answer the question.
Okay, 30 seconds.
Yes, it is true that campaigns about cyberbullying are being held so that it is going to stop. But I ask you, everything on the internet, have you looked in the comment section to a post? Have you seen how people are painting a picture of the wall and are arguing about if it's a wall or the ceiling? People are going to argue about anything, and when you start to accept it, I don't really think that cyberbullying campaigns are going as they should be. It's there always will be bullying, even not because that's something.
Thank you. And we have a question from Anna.
Yeah, I feel my question wasn't asked because the most important part is do you think that this wait a second, do you think that this closing on the internet, which will stop the cyberbullying and cyber violence, which violence and bullying also happens in real life. This is more important than the bonding which we can have, like we can communicate with people from Brazil, from South Korea, from places like that.
You want to answer again? So
I believe that maybe yes. Maybe it is a good thing that we could be more censored and stuff, because the people are more bold on the internet and they are more likely to argue than form bonds. If you're trying to make a bond with someone, yes, that may be the case, that may be a scenario, but there is also the far more likely scenario, in my opinion, that they are going to start arguing, because that's just human nature. They are going to argue about anything, so in that case, if you don't censor and trying to make bonds, they are going to argue more.
Okay. Any questions? Thank you. So we can start and vote. Voting. Any arguments for opposition or proposition team? Yeah.
Okay, so hello everyone, my name is Franek, I will be Marshall, I will be timekeeper, both teams. Based on the last question I have asked, I would like to support the opposition side, because like the question about the cyberbullying and things like that. I know a lot of people who met good friends thanks to social media. I'm also one of them. So like for me, you said a sentence. Speaker 3 said that people are going to argue about anything. Then why should we close the internet when these things also happen in the real life? For me, the ability to bond, to like type something in my phone. I even type the notes in my phone to have this. If I didn't have a notebook here or something, I would be focused on articulating everything in my mind. So the internet for me does more better to humanity than worse, and social media, and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any arguments? For opposition or proposition?
Opposition. So, in a lot of your arguments, you said about cyberbullying, about arguing in the internet, but that can happen anywhere. So, we have been given social media with just social media. There was no rule about arguing, so it's just what the people done with it. So I don't think social media is the problem, but the people. So I don't think it in itself causes harm more than just good, but the people in there, maybe that's the harm.
Okay, thank you so much. We have another argument for proposition or opposition.
Now I would like to throw an argument for proposition. Okay. Because like I sit down, I remember one thing, again. So, Polish people know a thing that happened some time ago. It was called Pandora Gate in Poland. So, which means opening the Pandora, you know, like from the Greek mythology, opening the Pandora thing. There were a lot of YouTubers and influencers in Poland who used their fame to talk to all underage children and force them to send them some videos about it and things like that. There was a huge thing about it in social media like a year ago, I think. And when I remember that, I also like, it is so disgusting for me that I also have thoughts like social media does more harm to humanity than good. So it differs on the situation really. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And we have, yeah.
I have an argument from the proposition. Gabriela said that it's really easy to bully young people in real life, but I think on social media it's more easier because you're hiding behind a fake account, which you can make it really easy by social media. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, Gabriela. For opposition.
course, I kind of want to reply to what you said. I didn't say it was easy on the internet. I only said that it happens everywhere. So on the internet, in real life, of course, it may be easier on social media, but that doesn't change the fact that it will happen anywhere. But also, please don't twist my words. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any questions? Any arguments? No? So we can start voting. Who is for proposition 2? Who wants votes for proposition 2? Okay. Who wants voting to opposition? Okay. Who wants to be neutral? Thank you. We can start also voting for the best speaker of our debate. So, you can pass the piece of paper. Please sign. Yeah. Anyone? Anyone else? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? Wait a minute. We're helping on this. We have a final results. So, proposition team have -1 point for talking over time. You have 7. And opposition team have 9, so opposition team win. Two the best speakers our debates. It's speaker number 1. Have 12 votes. And speaker number 3 in proposition 6.